This is not a joke. Donald Trump stated he is running for president in 2028. He is on video saying it. He just said it tonight. I'm going to show you the video. But all I got to say about this is if the Constitution doesn't matter anymore, then Mamdani, you should run for president against him. Here we go.
He started the speech with something that I thought was good and necessary. We do not yield to political violence. I thought that was probably the best line of the speech, given the nature of the event tonight. And he ended the speech by saying, I have great respect for your profession. Now, the middle of it is going to be controversial because some of the jokes landed and some of the jokes didn't. I thought the best joke was the RFK joke. I hope you enjoyed the beef. He ran over the cow. I think that was probably the best joke. Some of the jokes veered off into very sort of ornery insults. And that's not going to land for many audiences. But I did like the part about not yielding to politicals, and I did like the fact that he did show respect to the press and their role in our American public. He's sitting there, and they're all getting awards, and they're taking pictures for things about him.
Yes.
You know, I mean, he is the most unique figure in that room, and he is at the center. I mean, he's probably sitting there thinking, none of these people would be getting any awards if I weren't around, you know, because I'm the most exciting thing going on here. Look at all the things I give them to cover, and there's a lot of truth in that. I agree, by the way, about the photography, and that was one of several iconic shots from this term so far. But I loved his facial expressions. I loved him bobbing his head. I loved the fact that he stood up and shook every hand.
Yes.
Even the people that had written critical things, he was congratulating them. He was there participating with them. He could have sat there with his arms crossed or anything else. But I love the interplay and the President of the United States giving those journalists their due.
Yes, Democrats are freaking out on social media after President Trump's announced he is running in 2028. I understand this was a joke, but some say this is not a joke. He has been saying this over and over, meaning he is laying a groundwork for 2028. I don't know why these people are always carried away when Trump does something like this. He gives them the topic to talk about, and they fall on it every single time.
The other day, I made a video stating that Trump was laying the groundwork for a third term. He's just been mentioning it a lot. And then tonight, of course, this is the video from the White House Correspondents Center. They're doing a makeup dinner because there was an nation last time. Do you think he's going to try? I don't think hopefully democracy holds and he doesn't succeed for that, but he's going to try. Let me read you some other quotes from tonight as well. Quote, you people have no idea how lucky you are, speaking to the room full of journalists. When I'm gone, you're all going to be broke. Your business model is going to be finished. There's not going to be anybody else to report on. Nobody gives a damn about anybody else. And then he made an incredibly uncomfortable joke about a senator. Let me just read you the quote. It says, quote, the other day, a senator I knew got a text, a great guy, from his wife, and she said, quote, when you get home, I want to have you immediately come upstairs and make love to me. And he said, I can't do both. And then no one laughed. You know what? You know, in other words, can't go up the stairs and make love. Does anybody get that? I thought that was actually pretty good. That was actually the only thing I thought was good in this whole freaking stupid speech that they wrote. How do I end this video?
It out, but they can't take it. How is the media feeling about tonight's dinner?
Oh, come on, Jesse. You know the media just loves attention. If the president mentions their name as part of his vicious roast.
This is exactly what Trump wanted, and it is going just the way he liked it. Yeah. Say some kind of things. These people pick up, start talking about him. Their ratings go up. He made it clear, if you want your ratings to stay, then I should be there for the full term. And they are carrying the news now everywhere. This is what he wanted. They do this every time when Trump says something, knowing fully well that no, Trump will not do this. But if you see how the mainstream media is picking this up, it says something contrary, right? It's crazy at the same time.
The Katharine Graham Award for Courage and Accountability, named for the legendary Washington Post publisher, and it comes with a prize of $10,000. This year's award goes to the Wall Street Journal. The Journal's courageous reporting on President Trump's past relationship with financier Jeff, and despite the president's threat of a lawsuit, the Journal published a story about a provocative $1 lawsuit against the Journal, revealing reporter Khadija Safdar's home address. Her family had to be relocated. The Journal was kicked off of Air Force One, but the reporters continue to file revelatory stories. Please welcome the winners of the Katharine Graham Award from the Wall Street Journal. Khadija Safdar, Sadie Gurman, Annie Linsky, Josh Dawsey again, Alex Leary, Rebecca Ballhaus, and Ryan Barber. Their colleague, Joe Palazzolo, could not attend tonight.
Too big of an issue. Look, the president, as Katie said, is the roaster-in-chief. He sat for a roast with Comedy Central. He sat in that same room when Obama roasted him at the correspondents' dinner. Now it's his turn.
If you take a look at these, you can clearly see these are people who write his pieces every single day against Trump, talk any kind of things, and he's there shaking their hands. Look at his reactions. Nobody can actually do this. That's why copying Trump, sometimes you can't really be able to go to this extent. People they don't like you, but every single time you sit with them, have conversations, they take awards on your name, and you still feel free to share. This is amazing. I don't know. People might say all kind of things about Trump, but this is something that I've not seen. Nobody can do this. Let's accept this.
The attempt on President Trump's life last April was a sobering reminder that democracy is not immune to violence, and the freedoms that we cherish can never be taken for granted. Political violence must have no home in America. And journalism can serve us well to broaden understanding, to shed light, and to inform our decisions, especially in this age of fast-moving information that can reinforce our divisions. And we are grateful to have President Trump here tonight, taking part in this tradition that recognizes the essential role of a free press in our democracy. Thank you, President Trump. The events of that night also revealed the resilience of this press corps.
This is actually what I expected a lot of these people to say. Yeah, because trying to bring down the temperature is by doing this. Yeah, the room is full with journalists everywhere, and these are the kind of messages they're supposed to spread out to everyone. Not to instigate them every single time. Last time this event was disrupted because of the attempted, and you will still look at some people coming up to speak. They will struggle to say some things that can trigger people the more. I don't know when some of these people will stop, especially the 5 issues. Democrats love talking about this with the mainstream media. If they don't say something like that, it's like they don't feel good. It's boring to them.
Things that had been said about the president, people said it instigated
to do it. And, don't forget, you just had a group of journalists, Jim Acosta leading the way on this letter to force journalists at that dinner to confront him. And so he knows that he's going to go and attack directly at that.
Hey, Katie, do you think there is going to be any sort of confrontation tonight? The press likes to get their back up and say, and take him.